Kamusta sila? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Ayun.
Wait lang.
Alam ko.
Nagla-live lang ako sa ano.
Pero na-change na yung ano?
Hindi ko pa sa group. Pero i-live na natin para at least makita na nila doon. Tapos,
Sige.
Ayan. I-live ko na to. Then, kahit mag-invite ka na lang, sabihin mo i-change natin yung link.
Ayoko kasi lumabas ng ano ko eh. Yung laptop ko kasi maghihinga luto.
Live na tayo.
Takot ako.
Oo, okay lang. Okay lang. I mean yung sino pa bang nasa loob na? Wait lang. La-live ko na to sa Facebook, then i-change ko na yung link dun sa ito kasing UI na bago. Hindi ko maintindihan. Sorry na. Litong-lito pa rin ako. Ayan. Teka. Dito pa lang.
Edit lang yung yung nasa...
Teka, white screen pa tong
sa group.
White screen pa tong ko. Go live on Facebook. Teka, naka-white screen pa siya eh.
Pwede kong i-share. Ako na mag-change doon sa Gamitin ko yung phone.
Teka. Ito na ako sa group. Kaya lang yung sa live, hindi ko siya ma-live kasi white screen lang siya.
Walang continue sa live?
Nag-load siya, tapos biglang nag-white screen. Ang daming problema ng Facebook ngayon.
Okay lang yan.
Wait, ito na. Change natin. Wala naman passcode to eh. Ayun, sinave ko na. Change ko na yung link. Then, sana makita nila. Mag-comment ba ako? May comment ka na pala. Na-change ko na. Live preparing, nakikita mo, di ba? Preparing pa rin. Preparing siya. And then,
magno-notify naman siya sa group kung nagla-live na?
Oo. Kaso, sige, share ko yung screen para makita mo rin. Ganito siya, oh. White screen lang siya. Kita mo ba?
Tingin.
Ito.
Okay. So, pag nandyan na, go live on Facebook.
Oo. Tapos may nag-load kanina. After niya mag-load, nag-white lang siya.
Ulitin mo na lang.
Ulitin ko na lang. Sige.
Oo.
And live stream. Stop live stream. Then, live stream ako ulit. Live on Facebook. Ang kulit. Ganito din nangyari sa akin no. Ayan.
Sa galing Zoom ka ba?
Oo. May mga nagdo-join.
Share to group.
Ayan. Share to group. Naganto na ako kanina. Wait. Share to group. Then. Yan.
Let's change na yung Zoom link. Ayun, na-change na.
Na-change ko na.
Wala ako pala si Mike.
Hi, Mike. Ikaw pala si Mike. Pwede ba kitang gawing admin? Para nalilito kasi ako. Gagawin kitang co-host. May mga pumapasok na.
Ako din gawin mo kong co-host.
Oo, sige.
Palit akong account.
Sige.
Change name ka lang, Mariel. Okay lang yan.
Nakita mo, Walter? White screen ulit siya after ko pindutin yung go live.
Wait. Try ko sa akin.
Ikaw,
kaso mahina tong laptop ko. Kay Miss Trixie.
Ay, sige. Gawin ko siyang
Gawin mo siyang co-host. Yeah. Oo.
Ayan. So, yun. Nagkakaroon lang kami ng technical problem sa pagla-live sa Facebook. Hindi siya malan.
We cannot live. I-mention ba natin yung emergency ni ko?
Facebook. Okay, stop share ko na kasi white screen talaga siya pag nagla-live sa Facebook.
Yeah, so
Sa akin.
wait lang natin, Sir Alec, Marion, and Christian. Yan, so standby lang po tayo. There is a technical difficulty that the team is now encountering. Yun. Thanks sa thumbs up. Thank you.
Siguro if we cannot do the Facebook Live, we can just post the recording later. Para you can start na.
Sige.
Aha. Wait lang.
Para sige. Go.
Nakaka-host ba ako?
Yes, nakaka-host.
Ako na lang. Kaya ko to. Kaya ko to.
Nag-white screen sa akin. Sorry.
Pag naputol, edi wala, putol.
Wag naman. Ayan.
Pero kay Miss Trix, pwede ba ma-live mo, Miss Trixie? Naka-co-host ka naman na.
Okay.
Oo. Yun.
Yes, President Early. As of now, there's no chat.
Yes, Ben. Pamute, Ben. Dapat Miss Kat, malipat mo yung hosting mismo kay Miss Trixie para ma-live siya.
Ayun, siya na yung host.
Okay, wait lang, I'll try.
Pero if hindi, okay lang naman mag-proceed. If hindi, yun. On ako ng video kasi para makita nila. Hi guys. Yun. So, sorry doon sa link. First of all, kasi nagkaroon ng emergency kay Coach Darwin. So, nag-change kami ng link ng madalian lang. And yun, basta it's a emergency. He will tell you about that pag nakabalik siya. So sorry for the inconvenience that it has caused you, no. Hindi naman namin yun intention. Tsaka alam yun na sa mga talaga may mga technical difficulties at hindi ito exception. Ayaw ma-connect sa FB Live. Okay. Sige, okay lang to. Ba't kaya ayaw? Ayun. Ayun. Siguro pa-post na lang doon sa group na hindi tayo makapag-live. So sa lahat ng gustong pumasok, dito na lang sa Zoom. Pwede ba? Pasuyo naman kasi yung laptop ko maghihingalo siya.
Yes, actually, we already mentioned naman na it will be sa Zoom and we provided naman na yung link. So, yeah. Pero, sige, I'll na lang din, mention na we can go Facebook Live. Yon.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Ay, naka-live na tayo? Hindi pa.
Wala, no.
Sige. Aha. Let me share my screen na. Let's start na kasi masyado na late. 10 minutes late na. Yun. Okay, so off ko lang yung Ayan. So everyone, welcome to our Learning Bites session day 2. So it calls social media hacks. So today we will talk about how to position your offer in the social media platform, specifically kung ikaw ay new entrepreneur. Yan. So and shout out sa mga social media experts that we have here inside this webinar. So welcome din kayo. Maybe you can learn one or two. But yeah.
Sino yun?
And
Hindi may social media hacks si...
And then pa-mute po yung mga
medyo
nasa
nag-open na.
So yun nga. So sabi ko wala naman tayong papalit. Siyempre napakakain naman.
Zien, pa-mute naman.
Saka wala naman talaga tayo ipapalit.
Ayan, so yun, may mga tayo. Sa mga co-host, please mag-patrol tayo sa mga naka-unmute. And yan for all the participant, please para natin yung maiwasan natin yung mga mag-mute po kayo. And then sa mga host, please mute them. So yun, welcome to Social Media Hacks. And today, I am going to take you step by step through these 7 good hacks to beat Facebook algorithm. But don't worry, it's not going to be illegally or unethical way of beating Facebook algorithm. It is, ito yung mga proven tips na ginagawa ng mga marketers. Ito yung mga tips din na isi-share ko sa inyo is ginawa ko na din sa sarili kong personal branding before. And I hope na may matutunan kayo dito na mga tips kung paano natin palaguin yung social media presence nyo. So at the end of this learning bite, you will start getting more attention. And I know some of you here have this common mistakes on how to position their product online. And mapapansin nyo din, a lot of entrepreneurs, online sellers, are popping right and left, creating Facebook pages to offer their products. But there are a lot of mistakes na ginagamit nila. At sabi nga nila, nagiging saturated na daw yung market. Just because, for this main reason, they don't know how to position their products online, especially Facebook. Okay? So, specifically for this webinar, I will walk you through on these 7 good hacks. First, reveal why your audience do not engage with your post and what you need to do instead. Second is, we will define the level of intimacy with your audience. So, this is the term I coined lang din. So, there's no, I'm not sure if ginagamit nila yung word na level of intimacy, but I will talk more about that later on. And third, you'll find out how CPRs, this is a term coined lang din. This is not the abbreviation that you usually hear from emergency room or sa hospital, when a nurse or a doctor reviving someone's life. No, it's not. So this CPR's method can easily drive organic reach. And the real secret to the king of contents in Facebook, i-reveal ko din kung ano yung king of contents. Ibig sabihin ng king of contents, ano yung pinakamagandang content na dapat pinopost mo online. Okay? Tapos, how not to abuse using external links. So Facebook will love you forever. But to tell you honestly, it's okay to post links, external links outside Facebook or not related to Facebook. But if you abuse using it, then well, Facebook will hate you for doing that. Next, copied and pasted contents. Yes, never do this again because again, we are living in the AI wherein every move, every behavior, every pattern that we show to Facebook, nare-record nila yon. And we don't want this to happen. So later on, I will dive deeper about how it will hurt your business more. A legal way to steal engagement, yes, legal way. Again, I'm not teaching you some dark hacks. Hindi natin 'yon part, hindi yun part ng ano natin learning session, okay? Legal way, ethical way to steal engagement. And one example is the value-based contents. And create your magic list and nurture them. Tuturo ko din to. This is a very easy tip, very practical. And once you perform this, once na master nyo siya o kaya na maximize nyo yung execution nito, then mag-increase yung social media presence mo. So, para kanino ba to? Ito yung mga sa mga online sellers na have little to none knowledge on social media marketing and to those sellers who want to grow their business pages. And I understand that we have a diverse knowledge about social media, no? But yeah, mas gusto ko mag-focus dun sa mga may little to none knowledge muna. Kasi again, this I mean hindi ito parang super tawag ito, unique way of hacks. Ito din is mga compilation ng mga tinuro sa akin before ng branding mentors ko. So, in-integrate ko lang and apply my own personal touch. And of course, for those Lazada or Shopee store owners na gustong mag-drive ng traffic and to boost sales using Facebook specifically. And entrepreneurs na gustong gamitin yung personal account nila to sell their own products or offer. And mga service-oriented businesses. So if this is for you, I want to drive more engagement from here. If you are ready, can you please type FB in the comment section para lang I would gauge kung talagang ready na ang lahat. Type FB. Okay, thank you. Nice. Thank you for the response. Yan. KL, ready na. Yan. Marion, ready. Si Smart Mom Premium, yes. Mompreneur. Celine, yes. Okay. So, ready na. Ready. Now, before anything else, syempre, I want to build rapport with you. I want to, yes, magpapakilala ko sa iyo. Is Diony, yan, papapakilala tayo, no? I'm an insurance agent by profession. Magtatatlong taon na din. And most of my agents called me Walter, but most of my friends, mga kababata ko, Haynes ang tawag nila, even my high school and college friends. But it just so happened when I'm building my personal brand as an insurance agent. Yes. Patrol guys, please mute the one that yung mga bagong pasok para hindi ma-istorbo yung learning journey ng iba. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, I was saying, Ian, I'm Haynes, yun yung tawag nila sa akin. But for this very moment, I want you to address me Walter kasi I encountered before when I'm calling my prospects. Syempre sa tawag yun, hi, good afternoon, good evening, I am Haynes from insert a company and can I talk to insert the prospect name. Tapos ang kadalasan na reply nila is, sino? Anong pangalan mo? So, it came to a point na sabi ko, okay, sige nga, Walter na lang gagamitin ko since it's easy to digest, madaling mapakinggan, madaling maalala. So, sabi ko, sige, Walter. So, it gives you something, no, yung personal brand din. So, pwede nyo siyang baguhin. Even if nakilala ka na sa ganong pangalan. So, yeah, personal branding. And before, I was a cost analyst in one of the biggest investment banks sa buong mundo. And I left that job. Nag 3 years ako doon. Iniwan ko siya to focus on my insurance business. And but prior that, naging finance associate din ako. Actually, I worked with Facebook before as an outsourced accounting system. Yung project kasi namin, it's outsourced accounting. So before, I have a view kung paano nagtatrabaho yung mga customer service representative, transcriptionists, transcribers, kasi ka-floor lang namin sila. So kami yung nasa accounting, nandun din yung HR. So I worked with them for 2 years. Ay tandang-tanda ko pa yung Menlo Park na lagi naming sinasabi. That's the headquarter kasi ng Facebook. Tapos yung culture nila definitely na-adapt din ng project. So kung may libreng food sa Facebook, meron din sa amin. So di ba, tiba-tiba talaga. But yeah, after those journey, I've become a course creator. I launched my Facebook Masterclass about content creation and brand strategy. 2 batches na yung na-launch ko. I will be launching for the next months to come na nag-focus lang ako dito sa SFE kasi I have my mentor. Andito yung mentors ko, andito yung nag-invite sa akin sa digital branding world. So, yeah, sana supportahan niyo din yung course na yon if ever man. So, now I'm a content and brand strategist. I have clients handling their branding journey. Ako yung nag-content ideate, nag-strategize sa kanila on how to position their product na mapapansin, hindi dry, hindi boring, hindi dull. Because I have this flow na ini-introduce sa kanila kung paano talaga mag-resonate yung brand voice nila sa customers nila. So that's why I called myself right now content and brand strategist. So kasama din kasi sa content yung email copywriting, yung copywriting. And if you don't know, then part din ako ng Top Dog Copywriter, which yun nga, mentor ko si Coach Darwin. But so much for me. We will talk more about you. And we will, in this social media hacks, I will talk more about Facebook. Okay lang ba siya? Kasi the Instagram has a different field, different approach, different algorithm. But yeah, some tactics din siguro mag-work din to sa Instagram. But there is a broader approach for that. But before that, let us examine first. Ano ba yung purpose ng Facebook? Kasi, di ba, we will talk more about algorithm, we will talk selling. Pero, what most marketers, what most sellers don't understand is Facebook is not for selling. Because as the mission statement published by Facebook from the source below, sabi nila, we want to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. So when I read this before, I guess matagal na to na mission statement nila, hindi pa rin sila nagbabago. So, if you're an e-compreneur, if you're a Lazada store owner, how would you position your product sa Facebook? Ang gusto nga nila to build community, to bring the world closer together. Kumbaga, if I would define that, it is more socializing. It's more of family, relationships building. So, ngayon, paano mo ipoposisyon yung sarili mo? So, you would ask yourself now, na hindi na lang ako mag-Facebook kasi community building din naman pala sila. But yeah, this time, don't beat yourself up. Diba? Nandito tayo para magtulungan. So I will be sharing 7 good hacks with you. And let's start with hack number 1. You can start taking down notes if you feel that it's very important to you. And I would really appreciate that after this session, we will post this video and share your takeaways. Okay ba yun? Okay? Can you please type okay if you want to share your takeaways here? Yes, nice. Thanks. Let me just, inom lang ako ng water. All right. KL, ready na. Hi, Godwill. Thank you for joining. Ayun, so hack number 1, awareness. So why your audience do not engage with your post and what you need to do instead. Ayun na nga. Kasi, ang common mistakes ng mga tao, at nakikita ko din to online, they want to offer. What they don't understand is, Facebook users, especially you or kayo, tayo, 'Di ba? Community building nga. Ngayon, kung sasabog ng sasabog, yung Facebook feed mo ng puro products mo, nagmukha ka ng merkado, di ba? So now, what you need to do is to start your content strategy. Try scheduling. When is the best time to post? When is the best time to post your offer? At kailan naman magta-touch yung personal? Kasi remember, building relationships, so people would like to know more about you, not about your products. Diba? But there are people who succeed on this area because they know the content strategy that they that they position in the market. They know how to schedule. They know the flow. Yung iba kasi, aminin nyo, okay, sige, I'll drive more engagement here. Sino dito yung nakakita na ba kayo ng mga marketers or online sellers na puro na lang product nila yung nakikita mo sa profile? Can you please type offer if you agree with me? Yung mga taong grabe puro na lang products nila, wala nang ibang post kundi yung mga sapatos, mga milk tea, whatever. Can you please type offer if you experience that? Na-scroll niyo na dyan sa profile niyo? Yes, Godwill natatawa. Relate na relate ha. Nice. Okay. Isa ko doon dati. Okay, yeah, nagbago na. Yeah, si Miss Chepi, sorry for the name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, siya din experience niya. So, ayun, tigilan na natin yon, 'di ba, RG? Itigil na natin yon kasi it's not working. It's not working. Sasabihin nila ito. Hindi palengke ang Facebook. Chepay. Yeah, okay. Thank you for correcting. Yeah, hindi palengke ang Facebook. 'Di ba? At ito yung pinakamalala. When I was building my personal brand as an insurance agent, this is the message I got from one of my prospects. Ano ba yan, Walter? Puro na lang insurance ang post mo, nakakasawa na. Imagine that in your business. Imagine if you're doing the offer type of contents every day. And then you receive this post. Diba, most of the sellers believe that their products are nakakatulong sa tao. They believe that our products is really, really helpful to them. Bakit hindi nila kinakagat? Again, babalikan ko, Facebook is not for selling. But you could argue na, oy, Walter, meron namang Facebook business page. But we can move on. I mean, we can talk more about that later on. But yeah, that's a good argument if you have that in mind. So ito yung nagiging mukha ng Facebook. So imagine mo, 'di ba, pagdating mo dun sa social media, it's kind of noisy already and then gawa-gawan mo ng offer, dagdag pa tayo sa noise ng audience natin, which hindi yun yung gusto nating ma-achieve at the end of the day because we want to earn more profit. So what is the missing piece here? We don't want to act like a fish market vendor. Okay, I'm not degrading the fish market vendor ha. I'm just saying that there is a right way when and where to sell the fish. Para pag meron kang bait, kakagatin nila yon. And then I had this one friend request. Lately lang to, parang kahapon lang to shinare ko. Tapos nang tiningnan ko yung profile niya, before I responded to that request, ito yung sabi niya, please don't add me if mag-o-offer lang po kayo ng something. Add me if you wanna be friends. Thanks, with smiley. So, when I was reading that, I was actually laughing. Tapos sabi ko, shinare ko pa yan sa one of the communities that I belonged with. Shinare ko sa kanila, sabi ko, oh my God, look at that. What if ganito yung ginagawa ng mga tao? So, it's kind of awareness level din na parang, yeah, ganyan din ako minsan. At yan din yung nafe-feel ng ibang tao pag nag-offer tayo, nag-offer. So, itigil natin yon. Again, let's have a diverse contents every day. Pwede naman natin gawin yon. Mag-strategize tayo. So, hack number 2, okay? Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina na intimacy level, okay? So, define the level of intimacy with your audience. So, paano natin siya gagawin? Okay? So, but before that, let's discuss what is intimacy. Okay? For me, I would define intimacy kung gaano kayo ka-close. Okay? Sir, gaano ka close? So, kung nasagot mo siya na close, then, mas madali mag-shoot ng offer. But if it's not, mag-isip-isip muna tayo. Okay? Mag-isip-isip muna. Build the intimacy level. Let's increase that. And by doing that, mamaya may hack ako na kung paano siya gagawin. I think later on, kung paano i-increase yung intimacy level. But it's like saying na may rapport ba na na-build? Okay, ask yourself, how intimate are you with your audience? 'Di ba? Hindi naman ito yung love or romantic way of intimacy ha. I'm not trying to tell you that. Pero yeah, how engaged are you? How connected are you? That's what I'm talking about. Kasi when you scroll with your when you open your Facebook through Facebook web sa website, may makikita ka sa right portion yung may mga online. 'Di ba? Halimbawa, you have 2,500 friends. Okay? 2,500 friends, pero hindi naman lahat 'yon nakakausap mo. Now, si Facebook, sabi niya, si algorithm, ang sabi niya, ito yung top 5 mo na laging kausap. So, may nilalagay na suggested contacts. Number 1, si Miss Kat. Lagi kasi kami mag-uusap. Of course, kliyente ko si Miss... na-disclose ko. But yeah, I'm a copywriter of Miss Kat. So, lagi kami nag-usap about the project. Si Zildren, and Ben is part of my passion project about Christ. So, lagi kami nag-uusap about our Facebook page. Yon, follow, Renode. Smooth ba yung pag-plug? But anyway, yon, may passion project kami with Ben and Zildren. Si Josh kasi, lagi ko din siyang kausap because, kliyente ko rin kasi yan. So, pag nandun ang level of intimacy nyo, si Facebook, suggested contacts na siya. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung lagi mong nakakausap. So, it's kind of creepy, but that's how algorithm works. Yan yung set of rules or sequence na naset na ni Facebook because they know your pattern, they know your behavior. At pag papansinin mo when you first open your Facebook feed, ito din yung mga posts na makikita mo on your timeline. Have you observed that? If not, then try mo to i-observe after this session. Pansinin mo, not all 2,500 friends na meron ka is nakikita mo yung post nila because you are not intimate. Wala kayong relationship, wala kayong engagement with each other. You barely talk. Baka once a year lang, happy birthday. Okay? So if you're a marketer, if you want to position yourself as the top of mind of your customers na nasa Facebook lang, increase the level of intimacy. Okay? Build rapport, then shoot the offer. Still learning? Okay. So, imagine if you are the marketer here. Ito yung sabi niya sa akin, "Hi sir, I'm from ganyan. Mag-offer po sana ako ng courier services po namin," and then yan agad. This guy is a stranger to me. So ano nangyari? Sabi niya, "Hi, sabi niya, if you have any questions, please feel free to message." And ako naman, I'm trying to be polite, 'di ba? Kasi alam ko din naman ang feeling when you offer something online. So this is the reply. Thank you for reaching out. As of the moment, I don't have a demand for courier services. Tapos, actually, he still insisted to offer. And ako, sabi ko, I'm very clear with my message. I don't have desire. I don't have a demand. So the thing is, if you don't increase the level of intimacy with your audience, with your customers, ibig sabihin, hindi nyo rin alam kung anong problema nila. Hindi mo rin alam kung anong need nila. If you don't start with the needs analysis, or we call it stalking, Facebook na din naman, everyone is being stalked. We are in the same house. So why not, ikaw as a marketer, stalk mo sila. Ano bang problema nito? How would you help them? For example, bedsheet. Ito bang taong na to nangangailangan ng bagong bedsheet? Somewhere ba sa profile niya, naghanap siya ng bagong sheet? Or kaya ayaw niya na yung luma niyang bedsheet kasi medyo boring na yung design, medyo old? So ngayon, doon ka mag-shoot ng offer. Build the intimacy, then build the offer. At least you know the problem already. It's it's hard for them to say no unless there are other factors like price, like brand, kilala ka ba niya. So could be another factor, but if the intimacy level is high, mas madali mag-build ng rapport, mas madali mag-shoot ng offer. Okay? And the least thing that we want to happen is mag-scene zone. O kaya hindi pansinin yung Facebook post nyo. Take for this example. Okay? Ako kasi, I'm not sure if you really love ube, but you can argue with me, but ube is the best food I've ever tasted in the world. So, fan na fan ako ng ube. As you can see, I am the brand strategist ng Six Figure Ecom. Tingnan nyo naman yung kulay. Violet na violet. So, anyway, ito kasi yung nagtitinda siya ng ube. So, nakita ko, ito yung tinitinda niya. Alam mo, ako pa ang nag-message sa kanya. And my question is, that's the first conversation last July. Nagde-deliver ka sa Taguig. Sabi niya, pwede po naman po shoulder ni buyer ang delivery fee. TY po. From where po ba? Quiapo, Manila. Because, ang objection ko is, baka mapamahal ako if sa Quezon City siya, Taguig, di ba? It's from north to south. Kamusta naman yung shipping fee? Lugi na ako. So sabi ko, Quiapo, malapit lang. So, game po. I ordered 2 dozens. So, closed ang deal. Ngayon, sabi mo, Walter, build intimacy level. Bakit ngayon, isang shoot of message lang, closed deal na agad, napabili mo na agad? But because, ako yung tao na may need sa ube. I am a warm market. So, you don't need to sell me to alam mo yun, ipagsigawan na ito yung product namin. But kasi hot market na ako, sobrang warm na. Only have to do is magpakilala ka na lang sa akin. And then I could take your offer right away. So sa mga ubi sellers dyan, alam nyo na. Okay, next. No hard selling from warm market. Create conversation, number 1. Frequent interaction, and the goal is to be on the top 15 of your prospects' feed. Ito, question, I need engagement again. How many Facebook posts na nakikita nyo everyday? Ilan? Just an estimate. Ilan yung mga Facebook posts na nababasa nyo araw-araw? Sige nga, let's drive more engagement here. Sa estimate nyo lang, kasi 'di ba hindi naman lahat nababasa ang mga 5,000 Facebook friends nyo. Pero ilan sa tingin nyo? Sa inyo to 10 to 20 reasonable answer. 10 to 15, 10. Grabe yung 10, 20, okay? Okay, any highest bidder, di ko na mabilang. Si Mariel kasi, maraming friends to. Maraming engagement. Intimate sa lahat. Engaged sa lahat. So, 30. So, the thing is, how many Facebook friends do you have? Again, you don't need to answer, but kayo na mag-compute niyan. 10 over 1,500. Yun lang yung ratio na natatanggap nyo sa feed nyo. Imagine that. Tapos mag-offer ka pa. 4K plus tapos 10. So, that's 10 over 4,000. That's the feed rate na matatanggap mo sa audience. Imagine if you have an offer. You want to reach those 4,000 Facebook friends. But then, because you don't have the level of intimacy with each other, you fail. So, yun yung assignment ko sa inyo. Increase the level of intimacy. Mga musta ka, ganyan. Hindi naman mangungutang, but then, there are other factors, there are other ways how to increase intimacy level. Some of which yung nga na-discuss ko. So, moving on, in hack number 3, engagement boost. You'll find how CPR's method can easily drive organic reach. I'm very excited to share this with you because from the batch 1 and 2, tinuro ko sa kanila paano sila gawin. And we had a lot of good results na parang, wow, magic. Ganun yung reaction nila. But ito yung gagawin natin. Mamaya, sasabihin ko kung paano. Okay, so no one is reading or reacting to my post. Ito yung problem ng isa kong estudyante. Sabi niya kasi, wala namang nakakabasa ng post ko. Tapos nung tiningnan ko, maganda naman. It's just that, sabi ko sa kanya, factors kasi, baka hindi ka nag-i-increase ng intimacy level with your audience. Okay? So sabi ko, ganito gawin mo. How to do it? Create engagement with your 15 prospects or customers before you post your content. Okay? Pag may post sila, balikan mo yung 15 na yon. Sabihin mo na, ito offeran ko to ng lumpia. Ito yung 15 na to. So magre-react ka ngayon sa Facebook profile nila, magko-comment ka. As in comment ha, mas maganda pag mga 2 to 3 sentences para at least malaban ni Facebook. Yeah, I know it's kind of creepy, but yeah, all movement that we do inside Facebook, nakikita niya yon. So mag-drive ka ng conversation, drive engagement, mag-comment ka dun sa Facebook niya. Then the next thing you know, magre-reply siya dun sa content mo, sa post mo. So post your contents, that's the P, and reply to each reactions or comments para ma-up siya. Ibig sabihin, di ba sabi ni Facebook, the mission is to build relationship, and one best way to build relationship is to communicate. So pag nag-uusap kayo, ibig sabihin there's a building of intimacy level there. So Facebook would know na, uy, close na sila. Ngayon, gagawin ni AI, ibabato niya yung post mo doon sa bago mong friend. Ibabato niya yon. So makikita niya ngayon na nagbebenta ka pala ng lumpia. So pag gano'n na yun nangyari, pag nag-comment din siya, replyan mo yun agad. Okay? Replyan mo agad. Kasi parang hype yan eh. Huwag natin ibaba yung hype. Kasi pag the more viral, I call it social virality. Again, there's no term for that. I just coined that. The next thing that we know, maging viral yung post mo. At pag naging part siya ng social virality content mo, pwede mo siyang ulit-ulitin. Kasi ibig sabihin, gusto to ng audience mo. So go back to the data that you had, then content schedule ka ulit, content strategize ka ulit. Then, ito yung pinaka-favorite ko sa lahat, the user-generated contents. Ito yung sinasabi nating reviews or testimonials or Facebook comment sa post mo na parang, bro, sis, ang ganda ng sarap ng lumpia mo, mas masarap din yun pag may cheese. Meron ka ba yung may cheese? Ganyan. So ngayon, the next content that you would say is, sabihin mo, kwento mo lang na nag-post ka about this lumpia na wala pang cheese. Ngayon, sasabihin mo, as per request by, insert the name, kasi people in social media love shoutouts. Pansinin nyo ba yan? Kaya ngayon, tingnan mo sa TikTok, ang daming reply button because they really, really love shoutouts. People want to get noticed. They want your attention lalo na pag medyo sikat ka na. 'Di ba? So, gawin natin 'yon. Gawin natin 'yon dito, okay? Share the UGC, the user-generated contents. Shout them out. Kung gusto mo as per request para meron ka na ulit loyal fan. The next thing you know, siya na yung mag-share ng content mo. Okay? So yeah, that's the CPR's method. Now, okay, so next. The real secret to the king of contents in Facebook. By the way, are you familiar kung ano yung pinakamagandang type of contents ang ipopost natin sa Facebook? Can you please comment if you have an idea? Type say, no idea. Type nyo yun kung hindi nyo alam. Pero alam nyo ba kung ano dapat yung pinopost nyo? Wala pang idea si Ken. Valuable content? Yeah, yes. Sabi ni Celine. No idea. Okay. Actually, basic lang din. Pero, yeah, ito. Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Watch party. Why? Balikan ko ang mission statement ni Facebook. Anong gusto niya? Build relationship. So, when YouTube, yung dumami ang YouTubers, yung influencer na nandun sa Facebook, sa YouTube, nakita ni Facebook na videos are now the king of contents. Okay? A lot of people now are tumatambay na sila sa YouTube even if nagiging 10 to 15 minutes yung watch time. Okay? So ang ginawa ni Facebook, lalabanan ko yan. So ginawa niya, sa every Facebook Live na ginagawa ng account, ginagawa ng pages, nino-notify nila kayo. Kahit hindi kayo nag-engage doon, magugulat na lang kayo, may magpa-pop up sa notification bell nyo na insert name was live or is live in 6-figure e-com. Like for example, this one. At meron akong strange na parang Facebook account na fina-follow before na hindi naman ako nag-engage doon. Kumbaga, I don't have this level of intimacy. But then, nag-live siya for the first time, nag-pop up. Tapos nakita ko, oh, this page really exists pala. Doon ko lang nakita, doon ko lang nalaman. So, kaya nilalabanan na ngayon ni Facebook yung YouTube. Kung mapapansin nyo, particular brand, meron silang account sa YouTube, meron silang account sa Facebook. Kasi, if you don't know, you will get monetized as well if nagpa-grow ka ng followers sa page mo. At the minimum is 10,000 followers. Pwede ka na ma-monetize sa mga Facebook videos mo. So that is para labanan lang yung YouTube. Kasi di ba magkalaban sila. So that's why ito na yung king of contents ngayon. So if you want to sell your offer, if you really want to drive more engagement, traffic, and sales, make use of the Facebook Live and watch party. Minsan mag-premium ka din. Premium videos. Yan. So, gawin yung checklist dapat yung business page nyo. Meron kayong Facebook Live. Kaya nauso yung mga pamain-main. Yan. Diba kasi yun na yung uso ngayon eh. So, when you use it correctly, when you leverage it on your own advantage, yun. Mas magpo-prosper yung business mo. Okay? So, ito yung mga sample post. This is from my friend, yung owner nito, the Provident Builder. Meron pa lang siyang 403 followers. Okay? Balikan natin data. 403 followers. But last October 16, meron siyang Facebook Live. Ito yung loob. So now, pag mapapansin mo, 93 comments, 25 shares. For a page that has this follower, medyo maliit pa siya, wala pang 1K, pero it could drive this kind of engagement. Grabe, solid na yon. Diba? At ito pa yung pansinin nyo. This was created last February 2020 lang. So, ibig sabihin, napaka-baby pa ng page. But if you use it on your advantage, nag-live ka, nakikita ng tao kung sino ka, you have this attachment, yung personal story mo, yung kung paano ka magsalita, kung paano ka makipag-usap sa mga tao, nakikita nila yung authenticity mo. Nakikita ka nila. Na as a Provident Builder, ganito siya. This is my brand. This is how I communicate with people. Ito yung boses ko. Ito yung mukha ko. Ito yung damit na sinusuot ko. Maalala ka nila. Kasi ngayon, pag nagpa-live ka, di ba? I will give you another example, si Madam Kilay. Di ba? Ang dami niyang engagement because it's fun. While nagbebenta siya, fun pa rin. Di ba? Parang gusto mo lang din magpakuha ng attention na bibili ka from her. Kasi there is a brand already that is already built, and at the same time, yun, live content siya, live video. So, branding, live videos, I'm not sure kung saan ka pa pupunta kung ginamit mo siya. Baka makakawa ka ng homemade brand mo. So, take advantage natin yan. Okay? Inom lang ako water. Saglit. So, hack number 5. Okay, no external links. So, kung meron kayong YouTube videos na gusto i-promote, wag na natin abusuhin. Kasi Facebook don't want that. They don't really love that. Worse, they will hate you forever. And hindi mo naman gusto mangyari yun sa business mo. Diba? So, kung nagbebenta ka, for example, ng mga niluluto mo, homemade products or recipes, tapos meron kang how to do it on your YouTube videos, wag mo na siyang i-promote inside Facebook. Facebook loves Facebook. Ayaw kanyang lumabas sa bahay niya. 'Di ba? But you could argue with me na paano naman yung mga blog post? Paano naman yung mga articles na sinishare? Paano naman yung mga links or landing pages na gusto kong i-promote? Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you don't post that on your account, but ang pwede nating gawin is put the link in the comment section. One way para hindi ma-overuse yung content mo. Okay? Pwede mo din gawin, mamaya ituturo ko kung paano, pwede mo din siyang gawin na, ay mamaya pa yung example. But yeah, may question dito na paano yung landing page. Pwede mo pa rin siyang i-post na i-attach yung landing page. Pero if I would do that, the landing page link will be put in the comment section. Now, it's a different story, okay? Please take note this. It's a different story if you're running Facebook ads. Okay? Baka ma-confuse kayo na parang bakit sabi dun sa sa last session natin na parang pwede naman magkaroon ng click to action, like for example, learn more or sign up tapos mapoproceed sila sa link. It's a different story, okay? It's a different story pag Facebook ads kasi we're talking about organic, okay? Organic to. So, wag kayong ma-confuse. Yeah, thank you Kyle for saying that. So that rule only works best on organic way. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. At kung mapapansin nyo din, ang gawin nyo pag may link kayo, pag Facebook link naman yan, it's okay. Pero pag it's an outside link, for example, magpo-promote ka ng YouTube videos mo, ilagay mo yung link sa baba, tapos i-attach mo yung snippet ng video sa content. Hindi mapalalaman ni Facebook na yon na parang galing YouTube yon. Kasi Facebook wants you to create valuable contents din. Okay? So one example that I have, itong sandwich link post. Pag sinabi kong sandwich, pwede din mag-attach ka ng link on your brand or on your store Facebook page. Pero gawin mo, first day, walang link. Second day, wala. Magpo-promote ka or engaging content. Third day, may link. Fourth day, wala. Fifth day, may link. So, gawin mong sandwich. Ipapalaman mo yung link sa mga contents mo para hindi mo maabuso. Kasi pag puro ka na lang link, and link, nagbebenta ka, hindi ma-optimize ni Facebook yung reach mo, yung organic reach mo. Okay? And you don't want that to happen. So, ginawa ni Adidas, by the way, 7 days ang pagitan ng posting niya, ng tiningnan ko. So, from September 23, walang link, to September 30, may link. Tapos, the next content niya nung first week of October, may link naman. Tapos, the next, wala naman. So, pwede nyo din siyang gawin, yung ganon. Now, it's a different story if you really want to drive traffic. Kasi may mga bloggers ba dito, yung post ng strategy. Yeah, well, kung ganun talaga yung business mo and there's no other way for you to increase the traffic on your blogs, then pwede mo rin to gawin. Pero I would highly suggest still that create ka ng contents regarding your blogs. Tapos yun yung i-share mo. And if they want to know more about that, lagyan mo ng link sa comment section or sometimes, yeah, parang ganun. Para at least hindi naman maabuso. Okay? So, original content, okay? Can you please participate with me? Have you encountered people posting contents na may hashtag CTTO? Can you please type CTTO if you... Ang bilis. Can you please type CTTO in the comment section? Okay? CTTO. Yeah, KL, agree. Yeah, si Mariel din, nakaka-encounter. Kyle, yeah. And si Ken, how did you feel, Ken, pag may CTTO? Do you scroll up or down or binabasa mo ba siya? Or kasi hindi mo naman malaman CTTO kasi at the end of the content pa, no? Tapos may hashtag CTTO. Yeah, ang gusto ko lang iparating dito is we will talk more about branding, okay? Inside the mentorship program here in SFE. But if organically you want to drive more buyers or engagement inside your Facebook profile na nagbebenta ka talaga, ang pangit pag copied and pasted contents. Promise, ang pangit niya tingnan. One thing that I've noticed is, pag galing siya sa iba, pansin na pansin ko, una, pixelated yung picture. Pixelated yung picture. Hindi mo siya ma-identify mo siya agad na pixelated. Pangalawa, hindi siya yun yung nagsasalita. Kumbaga, pag kinausap mo yung taong yun, hindi naman English ng English, di naman yan marunong mag-English. I've heard comments na ganon. Tapos ganon yung content mo kasi CTTO nga. So, di ba, halimbawa, nagbebenta ka ng ano bang binibenta madalas? Sapatos, okay? Ang ginagawa ng iba, kung anong picture ng ibang seller, yun na rin yung picture nila. Tapos, kung ako, nakita ko na yung picture na yun sa ibang seller, baka mapagkamalan pa kitang scam. Kasi, ano to binibenta niya rin to, tapos siya din nagbebenta. So, it would drive curiosity na parang, ano ba tong binibenta niya? Parang nakita ko na to before. Ang iba pa, ako kasi pag gumagawa ko ng content, there's a logo. May watermark. Tapos, yes, Miss Kat, I agree, kopyang-kopya. It happened to our coach here, Trixie, yung content niya, yung post niya, yung picture niya, ginaya talaga. As in, ginaya. And how would you feel as a seller? Okay? How would you feel na yung binebenta mo, na pares kayo ng product, yes, pero kinokopya niya lang kung ano yung pinost mo. Di ba nag-effort ka o baka nagbayad ka pa for a graphic designer and then kokopyahin lang din? How would you feel? Kapal ng face. Yeah. Medyo na ako dun. Ganun pala yung na-feel ni Miss Trixie. Ang kapal ng mukha. Ganun katindi. Diba? Pati yung logo mo, ginaya na din. So wala na yung branding mo. Wala na yung sarili mong brand voice, brand message, brand identity kasi ginaya mo lang eh. Now one advantage din pag original content, Facebook values original content. Balikan ko yung sinabi ko, we are on the same house. Okay? So pag pinost mo to na pare-parehas, alam ng AI yan. So pag pinost mo to ulit, hindi na ipopromote yan kasi kinopya mo lang. Let's go back to plagiarism. And ipopromote man ni Facebook yung plagiarism? Of course not. Okay? So take note of that. Okay? Sige, sabihin nyo na, kasi may mga companies kasi na restricted kung ano yung pwede nilang content na i-post. For example, I will not say some example, pero I noticed sa iba, may mga brands kasi na hindi nila gusto kung napaiba-iba yung post ng mga dealers or mga distributors. But, ang dating lang nito is, you can always tell a story. Pag wala kang ma-post na regarding your product kasi bawal, tell a story. How did it help you? Okay? Kung hindi sila magpapahiram ng picture, bawal mag-post ng picture, tell your story. Pipigilan ka ba nila? Of course, because that is your freedom. So, story sells versus marketing. Yun yung sabi ni Frank Kern, if you know Frank Kern, story versus marketing. Story sells, not marketing. Napapansin ang story over marketing. Kasi pag offer ka ng offer, wala. Ang gagawin ng iba, ma-off sila because yun lang pala yung gusto mong gawin. Magbenta ng magbenta. So, wag naman pumunta doon. So, copied contents also don't resonate your own brand, your own voice. Yan, Facebook loves original contents, which I mentioned earlier. At ito pa yung malala. People don't read your contents. How much more if it's copied? Let this sink in. People usually don't read your contents, lalo na pag mahaba-haba yan. Or people ignore your products because they don't want it. How much more if it's copied? Again, guys, wala akong pinapatamaan dito but then, here inside the six-figure e-com, we will talk about branding. Ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano mag-content strategize. So, nag-promote na ako, but watch out for that. Anyway, so hack number 7, authenticity. Ito na. Ito yung favorite ko talaga. I want you to post original and value-based contents. Value, i-define natin. Since I'm part of the Top Dog Copywriter, nagsusulat din ako. When I was in e-com, nag-stop kasi ako dahil if maalala nyo, ang daming nagsulputan na mga news about registration. Medyo na-overwhelm ako kasi di ko naman alam kung paano maglakad sa DTI, maglakad sa ano. Kasi I know, simple lang naman pag nag-Lazada store ka, you can open anytime as an individual seller. Tapos lumabas yung mga ganong news, tinamad na ako mag-continue. So when I was selling sleep essentials, okay, ito yung mga content na ginagawa ko. So ang branding ko is, ang tawag ko sa mga bata is goblins. During that time kasi medyo hype yung mga, ang tawag doon yung Korean novela na goblins. So ginawa ko, iniba ko yung branding or voice ng goblins. Dinefine ko siya as sleep wrecker cold children. And the best thing happened after this post. Ang dami kong drive sa store. Kasi ito yung link na to, yan. Yung link na yan is papunta yan sa Lazada store ko. Tapos, since nahook ko yung mga mommies, nahook ko yung mga tao na with the same problem, kasi nagma-market research din ako, sobrang dami ng inquiries na na-receive ko in this particular content. So what I'm telling you is you can always create your own content, original, give value, define them kung kailangan mong ipakita sa kanila kung anong gusto mong iparating, and shoot the offer. So that's how you drive more sales, drive more traffic to your store. So this is an outside link. So sinort link ko pa kasi medyo pangit yung www.lazada store. Tapos ang haba-haba kasi nun. So pag clinic na to, mapupunta sila dito sa picture na nandito sa baba, yung cortina. So yon. Another value-based content is ito. By the way, ako ang nagmamanage ng page ni Six Figure Ecom. So kung ano yung nababasa nyo doon, nakikita nyo kung may mga post doon. Ako po nagsusulat noon at nag-graphic design. I'm not expert sa graphic designing, but yeah, I am trying my best. Mas gusto ko magsulat kaysa mag-design. But this value-based content is more about the future of e-commerce. So nag-educate lang ako dyan. So I give them the glimpse of how it is e-commerce will be in the next year. So diniscuss ko lang to. So yeah, one example of value-based content. One thing that you could create, for example, sa gadgets ang binibenta nyo. Ang value-based content nyo is pwede nyo siyang atakin emotionally. Like for example, ano ba yung common problem nila sa cellphone right now? Walang charger. Okay? Wala kang charger. O kaya, ang mahal ng charger. So ngayon, pwede mo i-package yung may natatamaan ata akong brand ngayon. Pwede ba i-mention? But yeah, sige, Apple. Apple kasi, the brand is differentiation. Yes. Differentiation kasi yung brand nila eh. I want to be different. So ang ginawa nila, tinanggal nila yung charger. Okay. Ito naman si Samsung, very shady, nag-post about the value of their product. Nakasama daw yung charger sa product nila. So imagine mo, competitor mo, nakita mo na ganun yung content, naglalabanan sila ng messaging na dito kayo bumili sa amin kasama ang charger. Yung isa naman gusto maiba, ni-remove yung charger. 'Di ba? Kasi yun naman yung brand ni Apple eh. So you can't argue with that. And still, I mind you, may mga tao pa rin magpapatronize diyan. Kasi they believe with the feeling the brand gives sa kanila, 'di ba? Yan, another thing yung value-based content, wag naman masyado yung parang nagpapatamaan, no. Value-based content, for example, one thing yung sa bedsheet, balikan ko yung bedsheet, no. Isa din na content na pwede yung gawin is, madalas kasi, mga mommies, please comment mga mommies, madalas ba yung mga anak nyo hindi nag-aayos ng bed? Please type yes. Yung mga anak nyo na parang hindi nag-aayos ng bed, tapos maya-maya ang gulo-gulo, maya-maya ang tawag dito, ang dumi, 'di ba? Hindi nila inaayos. Ikaw pa na nanay ang mag-aayos nun. Okay? Dami nakarelate si Miss Janet. Yeah, di lang bed lahat. Yes. Pero sige, stick tayo sa product na sa bed sheet. Ngayon, nag-research ako kung bakit ba ganun yung mga bata. Bakit ganun yung mga teens or mga 13 below. Tapos ang sabi doon sa forum, sabi ng isang mom, pagod na ako mag-ayos ng bed ng anak ko pag bumangon siya every morning. And namamaos na ako kakasigaw sa kanya ng paulit-ulit na ayusin niya yung kama niya pagkagising niya. Okay, it will be effective from day 1 to day 2. Pagdating ng day 3, balik na naman. So, ang ginawa ko, ano ba yung reason bakit? So, nakita ko yung mga teens kasi, they value new, mga bago. Yung mga Gen Z, binavalue nila yung mga bagong gamit, bagong gadgets, bagong mga bagong idea, ganyan. So ang ginawa ko, what if, ang angle ng content ko is, what if bigyan mo siya ng bagong bedsheet? Kasi study shows na parang psychology says na pag bago yung binili mo, proprotektahan niya. So it turned out dun sa research na nakita ko, ito yung mga behavior ng teens. So ginawa ko sa content ko na ginawa sa post ko, yun yung angle ko. Na kaya hindi siya nag-aayos ng kama niya kasi pangit, kasi hindi bago. Alam niyo ba, the best outcome of that, ang dami kong messages na nakita na na-receive sa mga mommies at nag-order sila ng bedsheet, mga I think mga within 2 hours para nakakuha na ako ng 3 orders. So for me as new sa e-com world, parang tuwang-tuwa na ako sa 3 orders sa isang araw. So I was very happy. Sabi ko, what if I would continue market research? I would resonate the common, I would discover or unlock the common problems of my audience. Tapos babatuhan ko ng value-based content na nakadepende sa kanilang pains. E di mas madami akong sales niyan. Kasi ako yung kaibigan nila na makakatulong sa kanila. 'Di ba? So, ganun din tayo, okay? Okay, so next. Ito, magic list. I know familiar na kayo dito, but for those who are not, create your friends list and nurture them. So, how does it work? For example, you have a 50 prospects. Gusto mo bentahan ng siomai. Okay? Gusto mong bentahan ng pork siomai, okay? Pork siomai. Shout out kay Davids. Nag-promote. Anyway, yun lang kasi yung binibili kong siomai. So, sa Davids ba yung brand? But anyway, yeah. So, ang ginagawa ko, tinuturo ko sa mga students ko before na if you really want your post to be client-centric, gumawa ka ng friends list. Paano mo siya gawin? Dito sa Facebook, punta ka sa baba, yung discover or explore. Pindutin mo yung friends list. Tapos lahat ng type of persona, buyer persona, gawin mo siya. Ihiwa-hiwalay mo sila. So for this particular friends list, lahat ng freelancers, pinagsama-sama ko dito. Okay? You might see your names here, but yeah, if you are my friend sa Facebook, so makikita mo dito. Ngayon, gagawin ko yung stalking. Ano ba yung common problems na inaano nila? Ito ba, nagki-crave for mango pie? I'm not sure if there's a thing of like mango pie, ubi pie, buko pie. Nagki-crave ba to ng ubi pie? So dito, since 2,500 yung friends ko, hindi naman lahat makikita ko sa newsfeed kasi I'm not intimate to all of them. So gagawin ko, magiging professional stalker ako, okay? I would say professional stalker. This is not illegal. This is one of the features ng Facebook. Again, this is not my fault. Facebook does this. I just take advantage of it. So ginagawa ko, tinitingnan ko ano ba yung pinagsasabi ng mga freelancers. Kasi when I'm building my personal brand, I want to target these people. So ito pala yung pinagagawa, nagpapaaral, okay, I could offer educational funding dito sa susunod, sa taong to. Ang gagawin ko, gagawa ako ng content, dito ko lang din ipopost. Kasi I want these people to see my post. Ang gagawin ko, mag-increase ako ng intimacy dito, kakausapin ko to, mag-engage ako sa post nila, para pag nag-post na ako, after nun, makikita nila agad. At sa kanila lang yon, hindi sa 2,500 friends ko. So now, if nag-offer ka ng Pampers, sino dito yung mga may anak? Sino sa mga friends ko ang may anak na mga 1 to 2 years old? Now, sasabihin ko, Pampers World. Or let's say walang brand, diapers. So, sasabihin mo, mommies who want diapers. Tapos, 30. Usually, anong brand binibili nila? Anong meron doon? Bakit kaya nila binibili yon? So I would ask them. I would talk to them, engage with them. So tapos pag ganun pala gusto mo actually kaya din ng product ko yan. So gagawin ko, buy our diapers na may absorption formula, ganyan. Whatever that is, pag nakita nila to, uy, ganito lang din anong unique value proposition ng product mo, yun yung i-position mo doon sa friends list na yon. Kasi, yes, I could, sa brand A and brand B, yes, I could get that benefit. But this brand, the one that I'm selling, we could give more. Because this is our unique value proposition. Create a content, then you beat the algorithm because you apply the CPRS method, you made a magic list. I'm not sure kung hindi ka pa mapapansin. Yun. So, that's the hack number 7. Now, ito bonus lang. Hindi ko siya in-include talaga sa 8. But there could be a lot more of tips that you could find online. But for me, these are the tips that work for my students and work for me. So hindi ko siya in-include kasi meron kasing mga magsasabi na, uy, bawal magkaroon ng parang engagement post, like for example, tag your friends, tag your ganyan, or comment below for if you know ganyan. Na-determine din yung content mo pag meron kang ganong comment sa caption mo, yung mga ganyan, yung mga magpapa-comment ka, magpapa-share. So iwasan nyo din yun. But for me kasi, if the brand is established already, pansinin nyo inside our group, nagtatag pa rin kayo because it still work. Kaya it's still a testing, alam mo yun, testing journey. Even if sa Facebook ads, you have to really test what works with your audience, with and ano yung hindi. Now, sabihin nyo napaka-technical, napaka-tedious gawin. But remember this. Don't forget to have fun. Share more fun, not memes. Well, but there are brands sharing memes, okay? There are brands sharing memes, but I highly don't recommend that if that's not the voice of your brand. Kasi what if seryosong tao ka, makita ng mga audience mo, may memes ka. Tapos, iba ng connotation. It doesn't reflect who you are. But it worked for personal brand. But if it's different naman, pag yung brand talaga na binibenta mo is, for example, beauty products, sabon, pampaputi. Tapos may post ka na memes na from not so maputi to super puti. Tapos ang sabi mo, your soap, our soap versus our soap. Parang ganon. So it's kind of memeable, if that's the term. So maybe if that's not your voice of your brand, kaya dapat specific ka talaga sa brand mo. Kasi if hindi, magiging hindi cohesive yung message, magiging watak-watak, hindi ka makikilala. Okay? So, don't forget to have fun. Like, for example, this page, The Courageous Advisor. You can follow that page. Ayun. And ito, fun post lang. Sabi niya, uh, uh, she's talking about mental health. Okay? Tapos, in-incorporate niya yung Ghost Fighter. At look at the engagement. Look at the reach. 88,000. And during this time, I guess ang followers niya sa 2,000 pa lang eh. So, that's how many reach already. Ibig sabihin, ang daming nakakita nito. At 249 reactions. 'Di ba? So, don't forget to have fun. Pwede niyong i-connect yung, like for example, yung goblins ko kanina. Don't forget to make your content fun. 'Di ba? Huwag mong gawing scrollable, if that's the term. Again, dami kong kinukuhang term na not sure if it exists, no? But kasi the attention span of people of Facebook users from 12 seconds, 8 seconds to 3 seconds, pag hindi ka na na-hook talaga, patay na. Patay na yung ano mo, post mo. Kung gusto mong kumita, gusto mong mapansin, 'di ba? So, yeah, you make it more fun na parang ano ba yung hilig ng taong to? Anong hilig ng audience ko? Diaper man yan or beauty products, sabihin mo si Sailor Moon ginamit yung products mo, mga ganon. Tapos ipalitan mo ng lipstick yung kamay niya, tapos nandun yung product mo. Alam mo yun? I mean, not memeable. Make it more fun, pero professional way pa rin. Kaya naman yan if we really focus on content strategy. So, don't forget to have fun. And I guess yun yung mga hacks na ituturo ko sa inyo for today. And I want you to, if you enjoy learning that, then there is more than that. Okay? Kasi I would like to introduce to you the 6-Figure Ecom Mentorship Program. So if you'd like me to help you achieve the thing that you want to achieve in terms of branding, in terms of persuading people to buy your products, in terms of website optimization, in terms of strategizing your Facebook ads, or knowing how to organically build an empire in local dropshipping and e-commerce, then this 6-Figure Ecom is for you. And this is a direct-to-the-point, end-to-end Ecom mentorship program that teaches exactly how to earn 6 figures in less than 30 days. Again, from scratch, not necessarily may experience ka kasi we are here. Imagine mo yung isang tao, tinuturuan ka, how much more pag 5 utak yan. Kasi meron pa kaming support group. This support group, ito yung ito yung tagline namin. A support group where ano yung tagline natin? Na parang tutulungan talaga namin kayo. Magtutulungan tayo. A place, a camp. Nag-juggle na yung nag-juggle na yung words ko. But anyway, mapapansin nyo na rin naman inside our 6-Figure Ecom, may mga questions doon. They throw questions, we answer them deliberately, wholeheartedly, walang tinatago. Yun na yun. Come in a place of help. Oh my God. Yes, thank you, Miss Trixie, for that. Yun, so that's how we build our support group system. So ito yung what's in it for you, the local e-commerce, copywriting, branding, website optimization, Facebook ad strategy. So we have bonuses, dropshipping with Dropify, how to generate your own attention grabbing, may headline templates na kayo for your products, may branding, I will dive dito sa branding briefcase. I will have a workshop kasi how to build your brand from scratch. So I have a workbook already. I'm very excited to share that with you. Buong puso at pawis ko ilalagay ko sa branding workbook na to. At dito sa branding briefcase na to, lahat ng pwede nyong gawa, tools to use for your, from logo, from your content ideation. I will give you 90-day content prompts. I will give you content strategy. I'll give you basis for your buyer persona journey. Lahat nandun na. Hindi ko alam kung ma-overwhelm na lang kayo doon sa briefcase na ibibigay ko. So it will be a file after our branding theories or lessons. So briefcase talaga yung bibigay ko. At yung workbook na to is I enrolled this from Fresh Sparks, si Sonia. If you know Sonia, si Sonia. Yung mentor ko sa branding is si Sonia from Fresh Sparks. May workbook siya pero meron pa kasi akong isang mentors, KW Content, sa branding din, more on Instagram. Pinagsama-sama ko yun dito. Plus yung experience ko at ang personal touch ko sa personal branding. So, imagine nyo yun, tatlong utak ang pinag-integrate ko dito. I didn't copy but I made it my own. Integrated siya. Okay? So, ito talaga yung promote ko eh. So, I'm excited sa branding briefcase. Sana mahawakan nyo siya very, very soon. And then, mindset programming, under programming. And financial planning with financial advisors. Hindi kayo bebentahan, don't worry. Kasi magkakaroon kayo ng pera, maraming pera. The least thing that we want to happen to you is maging Wolf of Wall Street kayo, yung para maging maiba yung landas nyo. Kasi we are Christians here. So we want you to be, alam mo yun, kung pwede mag-bliss stage tayo or mag-offer ng tithes, i-discuss natin yan sa financial planning. Ganun naman talaga eh. Mga Kristiyano yung magtuturo sa inyo. So we will teach you Christian way as well. And then, pero disclaimer lang din, I'm not saying na masama yung intention ng ibang religion ha. Pero, well, yun nga, meron kasi kaming values na sinusunod. And we want that to be the values that you will also follow through. Hindi yung parang watak-watak tayo. We're a family, di ba? We're support group system. So, yeah. And because of that, we want you to have this exclusive access to support group. For the first batch, you'll get lifetime. But for the second batch, 1 year na lang. And then, yung value pa niya, tataas na. So, we will not promise that it will be a 25,000 worth of support group per year. So, yeah. So, congratulations. If you want to join the 6-figure mentorship program, a whopping 204,000 value of free bonuses. But wait, there's more. If you're one of the first 15 enrollees, again, 15 ha, 15, 1-5, you'll get this fast action bonuses like bonus number 1, 5-year subscription ng WooCommerce plugins and templates. Guys, take note of this. Mahal to. 50,000 to 60,000 to. Tapos 5 years. Imagine mo yan every year, magbabayad ka ng 60,000. Why not join us? You get this for free and then okay na yung subscription mo for the next 5 years. Pag the next 5 years, continuous ka naman nag-earn ng 6-figure or 7 figures, then walang-wala na yung 50K on the 6th year, on the 7th year. And then another is, free 3 months web hosting. Guys, mahal din ang web hosting. Okay? Itong value na sinasabi dito, 2,250 per month. So that would give you 20 to 30,000 web hosting. Depende pa yan sa platform. Is it SiteGround, GoDaddy, Porkbun? We don't know. But the average is 2,250 monthly. Depende pa sa gig ng sa gig ng web mo na pwede mas store. Kasi iba-ibang storage capacity kasi yan eh. But for this one, this is the best that we could offer to you, 2,250 worth of free fast action bonus. So how much ba yung 6-figure e-com? Ito, i-declare na namin 25,000 for the first batch. We can't guarantee that this will be 25,000 the next launch. Okay? So actually, this is maliit pa to kumbaga sa makukuha nyo from us. So 25,000 if you pag meron kayong mga friends na gustong mag-enroll dito, invite nyo siya bukas. Okay? Invite nyo siya bukas kasi may pasabog. Okay? Pero, since yung iba, alam namin na not everyone could afford or not everyone has the money, the capacity to pay for that course, and it is very important to them. So, ang ginawa namin, naglabas kami ng SFE scholarship. So, maghahanap kami ng baby 6-figure e-compreneur. We call it baby because in the long run, we want you to grow old with us. O, di ba? So, maging baby six-figure e-compreneur ka, then build a giant store in the next first year or in the next 2 years or so. So, ngayon, sino ba yung paano ba magigain yung scholarship? Please follow this, pa-type naman po, Miss Kat, yung website natin. You can visit our website, www.sixfigure.ecom.com. And once you click that link, you will be directed to our landing page wherein you will sign up as a wait list, and then you will earn your points pag nag-join ka sa I guess App Viral link pala to, Miss Kat. Yun, yung App Viral link namin. Then, i-share nyo yung link. Okay, yan na yun pala. I-share nyo yung link, tapos pa-sign up yung mga friends nyo, the higher points, kung sinong pinakamataas na earn na, kung sino yung may, who earns the highest points, siya yung magkakaroon ng scholarship program. 'Di ba? Malay nyo naman, 'di ba, kayo yung mapili namin. So, lifetime na to, as in. Hindi na kayo hindi na kayo magbabayad for the next lunch. Kasi, we're not promising, we're not guaranteeing this, but we were going to have a digital branding platform in Six-Figure. What do I mean? Mag-integrate kami ng email marketing, SEO, Google Ads, but that's still in the long run. And also, you will get access on how to paano ba yung mga government requirements, for example. But again, no promises, but there will be more updates regarding to that. Sa mga tax filing nyo, ganyan. Kasi magiging six-figure earners na kayo eh. So, yun. And more updates to come. And yeah, that's it for me for today. And any questions you may have, you can shoot them now. Yun. Stop share na tayo. Any questions po? What are your best practice in marketing research? Stalking. Sorry, medyo blunt, pero that's how I do it. Nagsustalk ako. I will list down actually SWOT analysis is the best tool, no? O kaya FAB, yung feature advantages and benefits. Ano yung feature advantages or benefit ng competitor mo? Ano yung sayo? Ano yung content mo? Ano yung post mo? Paano mo siya ipoposition? So, yun lang, ilista mo yung features, advantages and benefits nila, or kaya mag-SWOT ka anong strength nila, ano yung weakness nila, saan may opportunity, saan may threat, yan, SWOT. Then, pwede mo na siyang i-lay out doon. Tapos, i-list mo yung competitor 1, Jollibee, competitor 2, McDo, competitor 3, KFC. So, himay-himayin mo yon. Ano yung FAB nila? Ano yung SWOT? Tapos, saan ka puposition ngayon? Ano yung wala sa kanila na meron ka? Ano yung meron silang lahat na pwede mong i-offer ng sa'yo lang? So, unique value proposition, pwede naman ipagsama-sama mo yung mga FAB nila sa isang product mo. So, yes, SMIQ then, which I don't want to spoil you, but this is my favorite how to do market research, the SMIQ. Pero parang, Miss Kat, parang ayokong i-spoil, but Coach Darwin will teach them how to do that. Okay. Ang copywriter also knows how to do SMIQ. Kaya madalas resonating talaga yung voice nila when it comes to copy. Okay. So, lifetime access po ba if mag-enroll sa course? For first batch, yes. Yes, lifetime access po. Ayan. Miss Kat, pwede ka mag-unmute. tulungan mo ako. Medyo namamalat na din ako. Miss Rixie, pwede din po kayo mag-unmute.
Sige. Question pa po. Ayun. Ay,
Hindi siya maka-unmute. Anyway, any more questions? Meron bang questions sa
One
doon
time,
sa previous? Wala pa, no?
meron nag-question. Actually, naka-private yun eh. Hindi yata niya nakita na naka-private. Ang tanong lang niya kasi is kailan mag-start and anong mode of payment. Yun na agad yung tanong niya.
Kat, ikaw na.
Ayun. So, sa ngayon, ang na-set up ko pa lang, meron kasi akong ginawang funnel for ginagawa ko pa yung sales page, hindi pa tapos. Pero, yung start, spoil ko na ba?
Oo, kasi,
Ayun,
yes,
bukas.
I guess
Abangan
yes.
nyo bukas yung Pero watch nyo yung webinar ni Trixie. Marami pang pasabog tomorrow. So, bukas yung open cart, and then mode of payment is, ang nasa-set up ko pa lang is PayPal and yung natin, online transfer or deposit, ganun.
Miss
For
Kat,
now, yun pa
one-time
lang.
payment. Yes, one-time payment po ba yung 25K? I
Yeah.
guess meron tayong wala pa ba na pag-agrihan sa
Niready ko yung
bukas
ibang
daw?
payment pero yun yung pa natin bukas. For now, yan, one-time payment. Credit card, yes po, pwedeng mag-credit card sa PayPal. Yung PayPal naman kasi pwede na kayong maglagay ng debit or credit card sa checkout niya. Ang nangyayari dito minsan, kapag nag-login ka na sa PayPal, hindi niya hinihingi yung, hindi lumalabas yung field ng guest checkout. Pero nag-try ako dun sa ibang browser na hindi ako nag-login ng PayPal or naka-incognito ako. Lumalabas yung yung credit card and debit card. So, yun. Pag may mga na-encounter kayong hindi siya lumalabas, yan. Probably may PayPal account kasi sila.
Okay. May mga questions dito regarding I guess more on e-com, no? I-unmute natin si Miss Trixie.
Dropshipping.
Ayan. Miss
Ayan.
Trixie,
Ayun.
May questions po. Sabi
Ano po?
dito, asan na yun? Yung 6 figures in 30 days, kaya ba yan sa may day job?
Ayun. Actually, kung napanood niyo po yung yung video ko ng welcome video, nabanggit ko po to. Actually, e-commerce, pwede naman siya sa lahat. But of course, if we are like may goal tayo, yun nga, 6 figures, of course, it depends on the effort and the time that you will exert on the business. So, kung halimbawa, gagawin mo siya ng part-time, 6 figures is still possible, pero baka it will take longer. Parang ganun. Hindi siya as fast as nung gumagawa ng full-time. So, yun. So, yung naman namin is not really kailangan yung hindi naman namin in-impose na kailangan in 30 days maka 6 figures ka. That's our goal. Pero hindi naman yun parang pag hindi ka naka 6 figures, tatanggalin ka namin sa group, diba? Parang ganun. Wala namang ganun. But that's our goal. And it's really possible. But if, halimbawa, may day job ka, ang tanong kasi doon, of course, pag may store ka, marami kasing kailangan gawin. Like, pag may nag-message na customers, you need to edit your products, you need to design your store, yung mga ganun.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of things na kailangan mo gawin sa store. Because pag nag-start ka ng e-commerce, hindi naman yan passive income eh. You really need to work for it pa din. So, yun po. And yun po yung mga, yun po yung mga i-guide namin. Parang ituturo namin once na nag-onboard na po tayo sa 6-figure e-com. We will really guide you on how to do it properly. Yun po.
Tsaka dagdag ko lang doon sa pagde-design. When I started may Lazada store, Grabe yung 2 weeks. Hindi siya minimum 2 weeks parang hindi pa ako tapos. Kasi I want my yung color scheme pa lang, ano bang tama, ano ba mas maganda. Tapos yung lorry kit pa, parang kailangan mas maganda yun. Kasi when they open your product doon sa bago sila mag-add to cart, mag-scroll pa yan kung ano ba yung product na to. So, pag-design pa lang ng store, it really takes time. But we're not saying na hindi mo kaya kasi you can actually allot time din naman na 1 to 2 hours a day. So, if you have a day job, yun. Pwede pa rin naman yun. It's still possible. Yun nga lang matrabaho siya at first. Yun lang yung expectation natin. Matrabaho talaga siya at first. But the thing is, there are mentors who will guide you. So, para hindi ka na mahirapan. Hindi ka na magta-trial and error. Yun. Miss Trixie meron pa. Excited na talaga sila sa e-com. Wala silang questions about social media, yung sa topic ko.
Nabigay mo na daw
May
lahat, bro.
Magkano kaya ang capital if ever mag-pursue ng e-com? Miss Janet said.
I think kay Trixie yung question.
Oo.
daw ulit. Sorry.
Ayan. Ayaw nila ako pasalitain eh.
Baka sa settings ko yun.
Hindi. How much capital? Actually, yung when it comes to capital po kasi, it depends kung ano yung product na gusto mo ibenta. But then, ako po, nag-start kasi ako, health and beauty niche kasi ako eh. As low as, nag-start ako, 3,000 lang yung capital ko. Back 2015 pa po yun. But, for example, you have funds now like 20,000 to 50,000. That's really a good, kumbaga, amount for you to really start yung mga may variations na yan, 'di ba? Kumbaga meron ka ng pang Facebook ads, meron ka ng kung balak mo mag-Facebook ads, meron 'yun. So, na yan? Kung meron kang 20 to 50,000, good yan, good amount. But again, you can start e-commerce for as low as like 3,000, 5,000 pesos. But again, it depends on the product na gusto mong ibenta. So, yun. So, I guess the question should be, ano ba muna yung gusto mong ibenta? Ano ba yung target market mo? Parang ganun. Then, dun tayo mag-start kung magkano ba yung money na dapat mong ilabas. Ganun.
Pero we will talk more about e-commerce bukas. So yun yung talaga yung abangan nyo.
Yes,
kasi,
yes.
Yan, isa-share na lahat. Share na ni Miss Trix yung niya, yung mga journey niya sa
Yes, but for tomorrow, tulad po na nakita nyo, tomorrow we'll be focusing about drop shipping. But it's more on general drop shipping. Baka kasi yung iba, kasi yung iba dito, member na ng Smart Mompreneur, baka sabihin nila, baka yung Dropify na naman yan. Actually, we'll be sharing about Dropify, but I'll be more going to discuss the general drop shipping, local drop shipping. So, yun.
Yes.
Yun lang.
Ayun. So, ito pa, Miss Trixie, provided po ba yung supplier for drop shipping, for example?
Provided by yung supplier for drop shipping? Supplier for drop shipping. For our course kasi, we have list of suppliers na we will be giving our students, and some of them offering drop shipping. So, yun. So, yes.
Ayun. So, I guess wala nang question. So, Miss Trixie, invite mo na sila bukas. Ano bang aabangan nila?
Ayun. So, tomorrow, I'm inviting you, lalo na yung mga newbies, no? And you really don't know how to start e-commerce and yung lagi mong tanong, paano ba ako makapag-start? I think tomorrow can give you an idea paano kayo mag-start. And that's through dropshipping. And I'm telling you, yung dropshipping, nung nag-uumpisa uli ako, sa pagkakadapa ako sa e-commerce, itong dropshipping model, yung tumulong sa akin para makabangon ako uli sa mundo ng e-commerce. So, yeah, more of that tomorrow. So, kita-kita tayo tomorrow, 6 p.m. Siguro dito rin, via Zoom. And again, we will try to do FB Live. Pag hindi, dito na lang sa Zoom. 6 p.m. tomorrow.
All right. So, ayun. So, thank you for dropping by here. And ayun, thank you sa pag-attend. And I hope may natutunan kayo. And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.